In the greenhouse, the same as Act 1, Anthony is bedding small plants where the edge vine grew. In the inner room, the plant light caught motion glows as from a light within. Hattie, the maid, rushes in from outside. Anthony, turning angrily, "You are not what this place." Hattie, "Anthony, come in the house." "I'm afraid." "Mr. Archer, I never saw him like this." "He's talking to Mr. Deming, something about Mrs. Archer." Anthony, who in spite of himself is disturbed by her agitation, "And if it is, it's no business of yours." Hattie, "You don't know how he is." "I went in the room and—" Anthony, "Well, he won't hurt you, will he?" Hattie, "How do I know who he'll hurt? A person's who's seeing how to get him. Maybe he'll hurt Mrs. Archer." Anthony, startled, then smiles, "No, he won't hurt Miss Clare." Hattie, "What do you know about it, out here in the plant house?" Anthony, "And I don't want to know about it. This is a very important day for me. It's breath of life I'm thinking of today, not you and Mr. Archer." Hattie, "Well, suppose he does something to Mr. Deming?" Anthony, "Mr. Deming will have to look out for himself. I am at work." Resuming work. Hattie, "Don't you think I ought to tell Mrs. Archer that?" Anthony, "You let her alone. This is no day for her to be bothered by you. At 11 o'clock, looks at watch, she comes out here, to breath of life." Hattie, with greed for gossip, "Did you see any of them when they came downstairs last night?" Anthony, "I was attending to my own affairs." Hattie, "They was all excited. Mr. Edgeworth, he went away. He was gone all night, I guess. I saw him coming back just as the milkman woke me up. Now he's packing his things. He wanted to get to Mrs. Archer too just a little while ago. But she won't open her door for none of them. I can't even get in to do her room." Anthony, "Then do some other room and leave me alone in this room." Hattie, a little afraid of what she is asking, "Is she sick, Anthony, or what?" Vindicating herself, as he gives her a look, "The doctor, he stayed here late. But she'd locked herself in. I heard Mr. Archer." Anthony, "You heard too much." He starts for the door, to make her leave, but Dick rushes in. Looks around wildly, goes to the trap door, finds it locked. Anthony, "What are you doing here?" Dick, "Trying not to be shot, if you must know. This is the only place I can think of, till he comes to his senses and I can get away. Open that, will you? Rather ignominious, but better be absurd than be dead." Hattie, "Has he got the revolver?" Dick, "Gone for it. Thought I wouldn't sit there till he got back." To Anthony, "Look here, don't you get the idea? Get me some place where he can't come." Anthony, "It is not what this place is for." Dick, "Any place is for saving a man's life." Hattie, "Sure, Anthony. Mrs. Archer wouldn't want Mr. Deming shot." Dick, "That's right, Anthony. Miss Clare will be angry at you if you get me shot." He makes for the door of the inner room. Anthony, "You can't go in there. It's locked." Harry rushes in from outside. Harry, "I thought so. He has the revolver." Hattie screams. Anthony, "Now, Mr. Archer, if you'll just stop and think, you'll know Miss Clare wouldn't want Mr. Deming shot." Harry, "You think that can stop me? You think you can stop me?" Raising the revolver, "A dog that." Anthony, keeping squarely between Harry and Dick, well, you can't shoot him in here. It is not good for the plants. Harry is arrested by this reason, and especially not today. Why, Mr. Archer, Breath of Life may flower today. It's years Miss Clare's been working for this day. Harry, I never thought to see this day. Anthony, no, did you? Oh, it will be a wonderful day. And how she has worked for it. She has an eye that sees what isn't right and what looks right. Many's the time I've thought, here the form is set, and then she'd say, we'll try this one, and it had what I hadn't known was there. She's like that. Harry, I've always been pleased, Anthony, at the way you've worked with Miss Clare. This is hardly the time to stand there eulogizing her. And can hardly say it, things you don't know she is. Anthony, proudly, oh, I know that. You think I could work with her and not know she's more than I know she is? Harry, well, if you love her you've got to let me shoot the dirty dog that drags her down. Anthony, not in here. Not today. More than like you'd break the glass. And Breath of Life's in there. Harry, Anthony, this is pretty clever of you, but... Anthony, I'm not clever. But I know how easy it is to turn life back. No, I'm not clever at all. Claire has appeared and is looking in from outside, but I do know there are things you mustn't hurt. He sees her. Yes, here's Miss Clare. She comes in. She is looking immaculate. Claire, from the gutter I rise again, refreshed. One does, you know. Nothing is fixed, not even the gutter. Smilingly to Harry and refusing to notice revolver or agitation. How did you like the way I entertained the nerve specialist? Harry, Claire. You can joke about it? Claire, taking the revolver from the hand she has shocked to limpness, whom are you trying to make here? Harry, I'm trying to make the world hear that, pointing, there stands a dirty dog who... Claire, listen, Harry, turning to Hattie, who is over by the tall plants at right, not wanting to be shot but not wanting to miss the conversation, you can do my room now, Hattie. Hattie goes, if you're thinking of shooting Dick, you can't shoot him while he's backed up against that door. Anthony, just what I told them, Miss Clare. Just what I told them. Claire, and for that matter, it's quite dull of you to have any idea of shooting him. Harry, I may be dull, I know you think I am, but I'll show you that I've enough of the man in me too. Claire, to make yourself ridiculous? If I ran out and hid my head in the mud, would you think you had to shoot the mud? Dick, stung out of fear, that's pretty cruel. Claire, well, would you rather be shot? Harry, so you just said it to protect him. Claire, I change it to grass, nodding to Dick, grass. If I hid my face in the grass, would you have to burn the grass? Harry, oh, Claire, how can you? When you know how I love you and how I'm suffering? Claire, with interest, are you suffering? Harry, haven't you eyes? Claire, I should think it would do something to you. Harry, God. Have you no heart? The door opens. Tom comes in. Claire, scarcely saying it, yes, I have a heart. Tom, after a pause, I came to say goodbye. Claire, God. Have you no heart? Can't you at least wait till Dick is shot? Tom, Claire. Now sees the revolver in her hand that is turned from him. Going to her, Claire. Claire, and even you think this is so important? carelessly raises the revolver, and with her left hand out flat, tells Tom not to touch her. Harry thinks it important he shoot Dick, and Dick thinks it important not to be shot. And you think I mustn't shoot anybody, even myself, and can't any of you see that none of that is as important as where revolvers can't reach? Putting revolver where there is no edge vine, I shall never shoot myself. I'm too interested in destruction to cut it short by shooting. After looking from one to the other, laughs. Pointing, 1, 2, 3. You love me. But why do you bring it out here? Anthony, who has resumed work, it is not what this place is for. Claire, no, this place is for the destruction that can get through. Anthony, Miss Claire, it is 11. At 11 we are to go in and see. Claire, whether it has gone through. But how can we go, with Dick against the door? Anthony, he'll have to move. Claire, and be shot? Harry, irritably, oh, he'll not be shot. Claire can spoil anything. Dick steps away from the door. Claire takes a step nearer it. Claire, halting, have I spoiled everything? I don't want to go in there. Anthony, we're going in together, Miss Claire. Don't you remember? Oh, looking resentfully at the others, don't let any little thing spoil it for you, the work of all those days, the hope of so many days. Claire, yes, that's it. Anthony, you're afraid you haven't done it? Claire, yes, but afraid I have. Harry, cross, but kindly, that's just nervousness, Claire. I've had the same feeling myself about making a record in flying. Claire, curiously grateful, you have, Harry? Harry, glad enough to be back in a more usual world, sure. I've been afraid to know, and almost as afraid of having done it as of not having done it. Claire nods, steps nearer, then again pulls back. Claire, I can't go in there. She almost looks at Tom, not today. Anthony, but, Miss Claire, there'll be things to see today we can't see tomorrow. Claire, you bring it in here. Anthony, in out from its own place? She nods, and where they are. Again she nods. Reluctantly he goes to the door. I will not look into the heart. No one must know before you know. In the inner room, his head a little turned away, he is seen very carefully to lift the plant which glows from within. As he brings it in, no one looks at it. Harry takes a box of seedlings from a stand and puts them on the floor, that the newcomer may have a place. Anthony, breath of life is here, Miss Claire. Claire half turns, then stops. Claire, look and see what you see. Anthony, no one should see what you've not seen. Claire, I can't see until I know. Anthony looks into the flower. Anthony, agitated, Miss Claire. Claire, it has come through? Anthony, it has gone on. Claire, stronger? Anthony, stronger, surer. Claire, and more fragile? Anthony, and more fragile. Claire, look deep. No turning back? Anthony, after a searching look, the form is set. He steps back from it. Claire, then it is out. From where she stands she turns slowly to the plant. You weren't. You are. Anthony, but come and see, Miss Claire. Claire, it's so much more than I'd see. Harry, well, I'm going to see. Looking into it, I never saw anything like that before. There seems something alive inside this outer shell. Dick, he too looking in, and he has an artist's manner of a hand up to make the light right. It's quite new in form. It says something about form. Harry, cordially declare, who stands apart, so you've really put it over. Well, congratulations. It's a good deal of novelty, I should say, and I've no doubt you'll have a considerable success with it. People always like something new. I'm mighty glad after all your work, and I hope it will set you up. Claire, lo, and like a machine, will you all go away? Anthony goes into the other room. Harry, why, yes. But oh, Claire. Can't you take some pleasure in your work? As she stands there very still, Emmons says you need a good long rest, and I think he's right. Tom, can't this help you, Claire? Let this be release. This breath of the uncaptured. Claire, and though speaking, she remains just as still.